gotta get it up. Let's go, y'all. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yo, what's up, name is Gently01 and welcome to another edition of YouTubery, the series where I teach you how to do better at YouTube so you can have more fun with the thing. And this is a 04 episode, which means it's time to talk about the videos themselves. So last time I covered just a general idea. I didn't really like episode 104. So this time I'm going to go in specifically. So the main thing here is the settings you use to record. For example, this video probably looks freaking amazing to you. Even though this is an SD game from a Wii, I managed to make it look HD. How did I do that? Using the proper settings. And anyone can accomplish this effect really as long as you use the right settings. So what are the right settings, you might ask? Well, that just depends on you. Everything from your microphone, your capture card, to your system and disk on the games, or copy of the game if you're on PC, can be different between mine, between your friends, between your mothers, between your favorite YouTubers. It can all be different, so you need to figure out your own settings. However, there is some things that are universal that you do need to universally remember, pretty much. One main and notable thing that you can notice is make sure that your resolutions match up. If your gameplay is in 480, you should probably make that video render out in 480. For example, even though this is a 480 game though, I recorded it with an HDMI converter, so it was 720p gameplay. Or at least it was technically 720p output, so I captured it in 720p settings and rendered it in 720p settings, so now it actually looks 720p and everything looks the same. It went from my TV onto my computer, onto your computer through YouTube, and it all looks the same as it did on the TV. So that is the power of settings, but some other things are really, really important too. For example, if you have an Elgato game capture like I do, or you have Sony Vegas or something, color correction is a really, really good thing you can do. However, don't overdo it. For example, if you've ever seen a Call of Duty montage, you've probably, unless you've seen somebody who makes good Call of Duty montages, you've probably seen what happens when you make really, really bad color correction decisions. So when everything like flicks and black looks blue and all of that, you know you've done it wrong. Just make the color look better. So for example, with my Elgato, I made a settings video already with a tip. Like it was tip Elgato game capture HD settings. I think I'll probably link that in the description. You can go see it, and that's an example of good color correction, pretty much. I used the in-capture card color correction just to fix some of the capture cards issues and make the video look just TV perfect. So now it is TV perfect. So your settings though might not be my settings, so you need to find out your own, but good starting point is just try to figure out how to counteract anything bad in the video quality for just your recording settings, or for your recording device or whatever, and counteract those somehow, some way, doing something, and then you'll have a good looking video. And then let's see, what else can I cover? Also, if don't really go for fancy video effects, like I said, you have color correction, and you can do, for example, video transfers and stuff, like shifts between scenes and stuff. Don't go overboard. You want to have clean, simple, plain video. That needs to be your settings. So you need to get your colors right, you need to get your resolutions right, and those are two really important things. But beyond that, also don't go overboard and make things look weird with anything. Any sort of effect, color correction, sound correction, anything you can do, make sure you don't go overboard on everything. You want to get it close to your TV or your screen and have it just replayed somewhere else in video. You do not want to change it up too much, because then it just looks funny. For example, go back to the Call of Duty montages. In my opinion, those look terrible usually when they overdo color correction, because it doesn't look anything like the game. So your main goal should just be make stuff look like the game. However, there's some standards you might want to adhere to, which the main one for YouTube is have at least 720p. So then if you have a video that's in 720p, even if you watch it in 360p, it's going to look really, really nice. And then when you up it to 720p, you just get a bonus of it looking even better than really nice. So aim for 720p. If you can't go for 720p, then that's just too bad. So yeah, hang with the standard 720p. Also, an important thing, like I said, is make sure resolutions and stuff match up But this goes doubly on like PC and stuff, where on PC you really have no excuse to have the wrong settings, but try to get your file exactly right on PC. For example, 720p is your goal, make sure it's 1280 by 720. If 1366 by 768 is popular, but that's going to have to make your editor change the video size mid rendering, and that's going to mess with your quality a bit. It won't be that big of a change, but things look the best, and you get that TV perfect quality when you match everything up all the way along the way. You know what, this video is actually pretty worthless, really, because all I've really said is make sure your resolutions match up, and make sure if you can color correct, but there's not much really to say. You just really can't stress enough how important it is to have matching resolutions, and on like trying to make things just get TV perfect. That should really be the thing. But let's see what I can cram into the last few seconds. Microphone qualities, you probably want to lower your input on your microphone. For, like I said, the video resolution, make sure it's 720p. Try to go for like a 60 frame rate if you can. For example, Elgato will automatically bump everything up to 60 frames a second. And even if the game is only in 30, it'll just capture 2 and it'll make things look smoothly. So try to get that 60 frames a second even though YouTube won't show it. It's just worth it. It's worth it, trust me. So let's see. To wrap up the entire video in about 10 seconds, 720p color correction that's not overboard, 60 frames a second, let's see, resolution matches on PC, stuff like that. There's not much really to say on this because it varies with everyone. So yeah. If nothing else, at least go out and make your own settings. So this has been Gently One. I'll see you next time. Beautiful video background.